Hey everybody, it is Prince's Friend. Today I actually wanted to let you guys know what was going on with that Universal deal. Because there's been a lot of different reports kind of going back and forth, and I thought maybe if I sum it up here, that might be a good... Before Prince passed away, he had signed a deal with Universal that they were working through all the stuff, and Universal was going to pay $31 million in order to get access to his catalog, basically from 79 to 93. Those were a lot of his bigger hits, and that's the catalog that they wanted. They had made that deal with MPG Records, which was Prince's label, and, you know, all of that stuff. So there was definitely a deal in place. 31 million was paid. Then he passed away, and Prince's estate took over, and Prince's estate made a different deal with Warner Brothers. That's the deal that we know, the whole, now they're streaming and they're selling it and all that stuff. That's basically the deal that was gonna be made with Universal, but it got made with Warner Brothers instead. Of course, Universal's like, no, hey, this was our deal, we were supposed to do this. And they were filing for damages, basically. They were filing not only to get their money back, but also for damages. But it was basically decided by a judge they would not get additional damages, but that they would get their money back, and they would just split. It was called an amicable decision. The statement from Universal actually says, Universal Music Group and the estate of Prince Rogers Nelson welcome the court's approval of our amicable resolution to this matter. We look forward to continuing to work closely with Prince's music publishing and merchandise to ensure that we deliver the very best experiences for Prince's fans around the world. I mean, this is a little bit tricky, like legally. The article that I'm reading actually says now that they have to give Universal a refund, they have to find a new buyer, which is weird because, as far as I knew, Warner Brothers had already had that deal in place. They were the buyer. However, what it also says is that Warner Brothers already holds some of the rights, so they don't have to buy a lot of the stuff that Universal would end up having to buy, so it's not worth as much to Warner Brothers. However, I would like to point out that there were some people who said that the offer that Jay-Z gave for the rights to put Prince's music on Tidal, his offer was about $30 million, that was way too low, and that was an insulting offer. And yet Universal Group offered $31 million, and I guess it was just that $1 million that made the difference. Not really sure why people thought $30 million was a bad number, but I thought it was a pretty darn good number for the rights to publish them on Tidal and have them be exclusive and whatnot. So I guess it'll be interesting, because if they have to find a new purchaser, then maybe Jay-Z will step back up, even though they're not really amicable with the Prince estate. It would be interesting just to see what happens with that. So what do you guys think about this Universal deal falling through, and maybe the possibility of hooking back up with Tidal and Jay-Z? Let me know down in the comments, and if you know any other details about this, also let me know that down in the comments. Otherwise, don't forget to check me out on Twitter and Facebook. Follow me on my Patreon at patreon.com/princessfriend, and may you live to see the dawn.